one of the critical issues that concern the university now is the role of the university in national development. How does the university ensures or guarantees relevance? And one of the most critical ways of ensuring relevance is to do research, to embark on research that provides insights and knowledge for national development. And as you know, our government, which of course the minister will speak about, is concerned about poverty alleviation and food security. And so it is within that context that the university must play, or universities must play a pivotal role in providing the relevant knowledge that stimulates, development or sustainable development. For the University of Zimbabwe, what is also critical is research as a driver for development, rather than research, for research sake. And as you know, the 21st century has seen technology and research as critical drivers of sustainable development. And critical to us is the multidisciplinary dimension of this research. When you talk of plant pesticidal technology, you want to optimize the benefit derived from the multidisciplinarity of the academic programs offered by a university such as the University of Zimbabwe. And as a result, you are thinking of all the areas of research, including agriculture, crop science, including biological sciences, pharmaceutical research, including environmental studies, and even folklore for that matter. Folklore is critical in the sense that there are certain myths and legends, there are certain indigenous knowledge systems that provide insights to technology related to to the use and utilization of pesticidal research or use of pesticidal plants. So it is critical to realize that no single discipline can solve such many problems that we may find, or can provide insights to ideas that stimulate sustainable development. So it is critical that we take advantage of the multidisciplinarity of the research that we engage in. The other thing that I would like to speak about is the networking that is provided in this project. Networks are critical, and like I said at the beginning, they started North-South and South-South cooperation level. But at this level, you realize the significance of the networks provided for between the stakeholders involved in the research projects that we are doing. We have our academics, who are the critical thinkers. We have our government, who are the custodians of national food security. We have our rural farmers, as well as, now we have an upsurge of urban farmers in Zimbabwe, or in many southern African countries. And there are cases where, urban smallholder farmers end up feeding the rural farmers, because they end up growing and harvesting much more than some of the rural farmers. You also have the NGO sector. You have international or UN organizations such as FAO. You have international partners, and many other organizations that provide inputs or that provide technical know-how, to research of this type. So networking is extremely important. But what happens is that the networks must produce research that must benefit, the generality of people to the extent of improving livelihoods. Research by its nature must have uptake, and the uptake of research must benefit the generality of the people. If it simply becomes research for conjecture or research for pleasure, then it won't be useful research. The last but not least element of this conference, which is critical to us as a university, and obviously to most universities, is the capacity building element, of the project. Research cannot survive without the relevant, know-how. You want a succession plan of researchers. You want students to be trained to take over the reins and to complement the efforts of senior and experienced researchers. So my understanding is that this project is funding training from undergraduate level, master's level to doctoral level. And I'm happy to note that we have our master's and doctoral and even undergraduate students among us benefiting from the insights that this project, that this conference will provide. And so the whole issue of capacity building to us is of critical importance. But as we build capacity, we must take note of the presence of a very important arm in our midst, the role of farmers and the role of hope. And it is critical that maybe the proceedings of this project, of this conference, or some of the important resolutions or outcomes can be translated in languages that our rural farmers will understand. Because the utilization of the research results or the ideas deriving from this conference is guaranteed by the access of the knowledge by the farmers themselves. So let's not fall into the same trap as many other projects where project results, conference proceedings will remain packaged in languages that the end users cannot access. So it is critical that we take note of that so that we are guaranteed of the benefit of the knowledge derived from this conference in order to know that livelihoods are being improved. So ladies and gentlemen, Master's Director of Ceremony and Chairperson of this session, Honorable Minister, thank you very much. The University is very pleased and hope that the friends from afar will also have a moment to view the Victoria Falls before they leave. It's far from UZ. If you were close, I would have invited you to tour the University of Zimbabwe. But you're most welcome to the university, and we hope that such collaborative ventures such as this one will continue and also continue to bear fruits in finally improve livelihoods. So thank you very much and wish you pleasant deliberations. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Professor Desai Mashiri. The PECC Vice Chancellor, University of Zimbabwe, representing the Vice Chancellor of the University of Zimbabwe. And now shall I call on our guest, the Honorable Deputy Minister of Agriculture Production, Mr. Davis Makatera. He is an MP and in in the governance of Zimbabwe, and he is going to officially open this conference. Honorable Minister, shall I ask you to open our conference?
Good morning, everybody. The Master of Ceremony, Professor Chakwanda, the FAO representative for Southern Africa, Dr. Joyce Mulila-Mecha, Vice Chancellor of the University of Zimbabwe, Professor Mashiri, Directors in the Ministry of Agriculture Mechanization and Irrigation Development, donor representatives here, the local and international organizers of this conference through University of Zimbabwe, distinguished national, regional, international research scientists, and development professionals here present, representatives of farmers and farmers organizations, the private sector, non-governmental organizations, invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. I feel privileged to have been invited to officiate the opening of the second international conference on pesticidal plants. My ministry is naturally excited about this international conference because we are aware of the threat of agricultural pests and parasites to productivity and attainment of food security the world over. I can actually give an example of what is happening here in Zimbabwe today. We have the fall armament is quite a menace today in our maize production. Not only on maize production, but it goes onto our tobacco and other crops. The theme of the conference of harnessing pesticidal plant technologies for improved livelihoods speaks very well to us as a country because all our efforts and research activities are being modeled towards utilizing the locally available resources to enhance agricultural productivity and the livelihoods of our people. And I'm happy that the conference brings together the expertise of academia, researchers, development practitioners, farmers, and government departments to address the complex challenges associated with agricultural pest management, especially benefiting our small rural farming sector. We are caught in a dilemma for the inquiry of the impact of the positive effects of synthetic pesticides and the reality of the challenges associated with these chemicals, and yet there are few effective alternative solutions. Our development about chemical pesticides include increased cases of human pesticide poisoning, the ever-increasing cost of the chemicals. I'm mentioning about the cost carried by our farmers today is quite huge, because we have to spray the 4 armware for more than 3 months, so the cost is quite high. There are a lot of issues: development of pest resistance, management of obsolete pesticides.